Oh, Gunodao, hope you're good, you're great from whatever corner of the country and the world that you're watching Celeb Corner KE from. So, the story about the impeachment of Deputy President William Ruto mostly revolves around how he acquired in the last 2 years 5.2 billion Kenyan shillings. Now, another name that has been brought into the saga is a company held by a name that we are all familiar with. Fake cop Joshua Waiganjo. Remember a man that was referred to as a fake cop, a man that underwent the scrutiny of the law after it was alleged that he had gone ahead to act as a police for a very long time and acquired and amassed a lot of wealth. But all the charges against him, he was acquitted of all the charges against him. That is on March 28th, the year 2024. Joshua Waiganjo, the man who made headlines 11 years ago for allegedly impersonating senior police officers, breathed a sigh of relief after a Naivasha court acquitted him all charges leveled against him on March 28th, 2024. Now, Waiganjo had among others been charged with 4 counts of impersonating senior police officers, illegal possession, illegally being in possession of police uniform, and 2 charges of robbery with violence. Now, let's get back to Waiganjo's link to Rigathi Gachagua. He is a controversial individual who was acquitted this year over charges of impersonating a top police officer after battling in court for more than a decade. As it has been revealed, his links to a company co-owned by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's wife and son that is included in a parliamentary impeachment motion. Mr. Joshua Karianjahi Waiganjo now wants a Nairobi court to declare that the company had no role in the 5.2 billion wealthy accumulation allegations at the center of the ouster bid facing the deputy president. Mr. Waiganjo says in his court document that he is the majority shareholder of Morani Manufacturers Limited, which has been named in the impeachment motion moved by Kibwezi West Member of Parliament Mwengi Mutuse on Tuesday, October 1st. He discloses in an affidavit to the National Assembly, which he has also filed in court, that he has 600 shares in the company that he says he registered in 2021. Thereafter, he swears in the affidavit that he sold 200 shares each to Mr. Gachagua's wife Dorcas Wanjiku Rigathi and their son Keidi Kuno Rigathi. He says all these took place before Mr. Gachagua became the deputy president in September 2022. Waiganjo, while conceding that the ownership details provided in the National Assembly documents are accurate, denies that the company has ever received such an amount of money. Listen, in the papers filed to seek the removal of his name and that of the company from the Deputy President's impeachment proceedings, Mr. Waiganjo claims that since its registration on October 13, 2024, the company has transacted only once. The filings by lawyers Sam Nyaberi, Danstan Omari, and Chandra Kwamboi claim the only business transaction he carried out was delivering 70 kgs of pig feed, among other supplies, to farmers at the cost of 132,000. The payment from the delivery were made by check. And I quote, "I know nothing about the 5.2 billion associated with Morani Manufacturers Limited. I transacted once since I registered Morani Manufacturers Limited," Mr. Waiganjo says in the affidavit. Waiganjo says the Kibwezi West Member of Parliament named Morani Manufacturers Limited in ground number 7 in the impeachment motion as one of the companies Mr. Gachagua used to amass wealth. His lawyers had also filed a suit seeking to stop the ongoing public participation, are asking to have the company expunged from the documents tabled in Parliament. And I quote him, I am one of the directors of Morani Manufacturers Limited, registered under the Companies Act 2015, Waiganjo states. Morani Manufacturers Limited has been included in Cloud 7 of the special motion as one of the proxies which the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya engaged in a massive money laundering, concealment of proceedings of crime, and benefited from influence peddling. The company has been specifically referenced as a proxy number 16 in the said motion, if further states. Mr. Waiganjo said he was the sole director of the company when he registered it, and to date it has a bank balance of 2,442 in its Absa bank account. In the affidavit, Mr. Waiganjo says his company has been drawn into the impeachment saga irregularly. He hands that Mr. Gachagua and Miss Gachagua and her son have also been unfairly named in the political ruggles in the ruling coalition and should be left out. Let's get down to this story. Waiganjo is a name that many of the people in the Republic of Kenya, during even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's regime, were very familiar with. A cop, a fake cop. That was the title that he handed himself. Fake cop Joshua Waiganjo. But come the year 2024 on March, he was acquitted of all the charges. His company now, because these men are seeking every ground to have the Deputy President out of office, have gone ahead to dig deep even into the life of the wife of Deputy President Gachagua and that of his sons, where they have linked KV Ikunu Gachagua, the last-born son to Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and Madam Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua, the wife to DP Rigathi Gachagua, to these allegations. They are stating clearly that Ms. Gachagua or Madam Gachagua was clearly involved in this, and that their son acquired this property or this company to use it. And there are some bases in this also. Let me ask, how do you acquire a company, buy shares in a company, both Madam Rigathi Gachagua and the son, Ikono Keith Gachagua, buy a company, then you tell me that the transaction that has been done through this company is only one transaction, and this transaction costed an amount of 132,000 Kenyan shillings, and it was delivery of pigs feed, chakula ya nguruwe. That is the only business that they have transacted since the company was opened back in the year 2021. Now you are telling me that the family of Gachagua bought the shares in this company to only remain there as shadows, to only remain there without transaction. Though the Kibwezi West Member of Parliament tabled the motion and named this company as one of the proxies, they have not diverged deep into the information to really get to tell us the amount of money that was transacted through these proxy companies that they are saying. The only company they are telling us is about Wamunyoro and how it transacted this and that. But the other companies, remember, they have named 22 companies in their papers, in their motion papers that are being used. Now, what we want to know is how much amount of money is it, hata kama people are not foolish. Kama wameiba through this company ya Waiganjo, tell us, hii kampuni imefanya transaction ya pesa ngapi? The company has bank accounts. And if it has bank accounts, tell us how many transactions has this company done? The amount of money that has passed through this company's bank accounts. Zimepitia kwa hizi bank accounts za hizi kampuni ni ngapi? Maana as of right now hii kampuni, the amount of money that it's in its bank account is 2,442 Kenyan shillings. Now, a company belonging to the second family in the nation having only that amount of money, it's questionable, yes. It's questionable. But the question is, You people shouldn't bring, unajua, if, and I will not run away from telling the truth. I won't run away from speaking the truth. When we look at Ruto's companies right now, and the amount of money that has been transacted through these companies since Ruto became the president of this country, trillions of money, and I am not I am not stuttering when I'm saying these ones. Trillions, and I mean trillions of money have been transacted through Ruto's companies. Now tell us, yes, mumesema ni 5.2 billion. Hii kampuni imetransact ngapi? Ile tunajua ni ile kampuni tu yenye ilitumika kuacquire the fake tenders is a KEMSA, the KEMSA scandal through Ikunu Gachagua, the company that it is said that it transacted an amount of 3.9 billion. Hizi zingine mnatoa wapi? That is the question, and that is the question that you should answer before bringing these charges. Now Waiganjo is a name that we know. If we remained as a shadow akiwa karao for those years, though all the charges against him were dropped, we want to know. Ndio maana tunaimba kufa makanga kufa dareba. We are not refuting that Gachagua has been involved in wrong dealings here and there. So is everybody in the government. Yeah, nyinyi wote mnaiba. It's not a matter of who is stealing. It's a matter of how much are you stealing. And I can clearly say that Gachagua hajaiba mingi kuliko hawa watu. Wameiba mingi. If you look at the companies under Murkomen, ile pesa wana transact. Murkomen bought about 6 planes na akanunua anga pale Wilson Airport, mali ambapo ndege zake zinasimama. He is also said to abide sijui how many planes ambazo za hizi zinafanya kazi chini ya skyline. Ruto the same thing. Ruto ana buy Boeing ya 14 billion. Na mnatuambia nini? Gachagua mnamwekelea kesi za kwendeni huko bwana. Mnatusoma kama marasa yenu. Lazo sap.